Alright, so this reading is for Gemini. So far we've done Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Virgo. Now Gemini, we're going to find out the next sign that's going to be read. I don't read them in order. I let Spirit pick it because it wouldn't be fair. Like Aries always first and Pisces always last. So no, this is how I do it every reading. So I'm trying to get through these because people already want their readings again. So I keep watching that Young Thug trial and it's just crazy, you guys. So kind of addicting. So anyways, I keep forgetting. I'm going to stay on this, guys. So next one is Libra. Okay, so after Gemini, Libra reading will be next. All right, and I really highly recommend to cross-watch other readings, meaning like signs that aren't yours, because you get to know, you'll understand somebody else, what they're going through, right? Because we don't know. Sometimes they can't express how they feel or what they're going through. So if you cross-watch their reading, you'll kind of get a better understanding of what they're going through, okay? So this reading will be for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, True Creature. I'm truly grateful. What is the energy that Gemini is in for this week of September 10th? So I will always timestamp my readings just because I've noticed that some readers do recycle their readings as if they just read them. I don't know why they do that. That's up to them. It's completely up to them because it's their prerogative. But me, I will always timestamp my readings just because I'm not going to make it seem like I did this reading today when it was 5 months ago, okay? So far we have the Judgment. So far we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, total transparency with me. And also I screw up, guys. You will hear things. I'll never be perfect. And don't try to be. So just letting you know, if you guys can't handle that, there's other readers to watch because I will never be perfect. I screw up. I'm not going to stop a tape and re-record because I screw up. You'll see it, okay? So here we are right now. A lot of major arcanas, guys. I am a Gemini rising. It's my sun. So hello, Geminis. And then also, I also did, well, there we go. I came out sideways. So I don't know if I should take it like this or like this. I'd have to take it like this, guys, because this is the way it came. Yepper. All right, so I do a question of the week, and that's just for our energies to connect. And then also, go ahead and put the answers in the comment section. And just like in kindergarten, I will not tolerate any negativity, shame, blame, criticism, nothing. So if you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything at all. You have a lot of major arcanas, Geminis. Lots. Also, I'm not here to tell your story. I cannot predict the future. We have free will. God gave us free will. So what I do is I explain the energies and the meanings of the cards. You tell the story, okay? Today you could go right, and tomorrow you go left. See what I'm saying? So I can't predict the future. I don't know. So when we change, we make decisions and choices in our thought processes, we change our energy. All right, so I'm not able to predict your future. I don't do that. I don't tell your story. I give you the explanations of these cards and you tell your story, okay? This is your life. All right, so one more card. They're like, okay, there you go. Oh, it's weird. Okay, so, wow. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. And this fell out too, so I'm just going to we'll take that too. That's Knight of Pentacles. We'll just leave it right where it came out, okay? So, like I said, I will explain these cards, give you the definition, or give you the, what they mean, and then you tell your own story, guys, okay? So this is the Judgment. This is the Major Arcana. One of the right before the last. So this is right before the World of the last of the Major Arcana, right? So this is ruled by Pluto. And the Judgment card is 20, okay? So 20 might mean a significance to you. It also could mean 2 plus 0 is 2. So it could be a balance, could be a relationship. Just take it as it resonates, guys. But this is a time of resurrection or maybe an awakening that you're going through. Clearly, you have a lot of Major Arcanas. So Major Arcanas are major lessons, okay? And it's time in life of absolute or dynamic new start, okay? So there could be a dynamic new start coming. It's also an awakening, a decision making, or redemption, reincarnation, a renewal, or a transition. So you're changing something. There's something that's changing in you, okay? There's something significantly happening in your life that is changing, okay? So now here's the Five of Wands. Now, the fives are in the middle of the tree of life. So if you could think about the aces at the top, the sword starts by God, and that's of God. And then each branch down, if you can think about it, every level, one branch down, to 10 is the completion of that lesson. Okay, so on the tree of life, number fives are testing, or the severity. They're also conflict cards. All right, so if you can see here, wands are fire, passion. So if you can see right here, well, fires, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Right here, it looks like they're fighting, right? That's not necessarily what it means, because if you look closer, nobody's really hurting each other, right? So this card is Saturn and Leo energy, okay? So Lord of Strife. There's conflict or change. Like I said, there could be arguments or disagreements, struggle, opposition, battle, or also being defensive, okay? So maybe you are in judgment, or there's a renewal of something that you have been battling, right? And then you came to a completion or an ending, or something came to an end, right? So you were battling, you were like, you know, like you in the judgment aspect, I guess there might have been an awakening or decision that was made, or renewal or transition from this fighting, okay? Because this is a completion of something. The World card is the last card of the major arcana. It means that there's a completion. There was a complete circle, a transition. So also could be traveling. Somebody could have traveled, or you're traveling maybe. So take it as it resonates, guys. But right here, the World card is, she's holding 2 wands, right? That's the Magician's energy. This is Virgo and Gemini. The Magician is Virgo and Gemini. So it's ruled by Mercury, right? So this girl right here is holding these wands like as if we took what we needed from that situation, right? Because the Magician is having all that you need. So she's holding these Magician's wands right there, and she's looking to her past as she's stepping towards her future, meaning that she's leaving this behind, okay? She's leaving whatever this fight was, or whatever this conflict was, or disagreement was, or the struggle or opposition was. She's leaving that behind, okay? And she's stepping towards her future. But that's the thing of this card. It's like, yeah, we learned a lesson, but we have to keep moving forward, okay? And then also the World card is like the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. So it's Leo, Aquarius. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has anything to do with that. I'm just letting you know that this is what it is. So it's the 4 fixed signs, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, which represents like the 4 directions, the 4 elements, the 4 fixed signs, the 4 force, earth, air, wind, fire, or north, south, east, west. See what I'm saying? It's the completion, a whole totality of something. And that's what the world is. It's a completion, a whole totality of something, right? So the world is completion, integration, accomplishment, finale, travel, like I said. But here, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you left behind, you're leaving behind, you know, the conflict or something that has held you back, right? So now you're ready to move forward. You're moving forward towards something. And that's what this 5 of Cups is. This is also conflict, testing. So the 5 of Cups represents water, which is our emotions, feelings, and relationships, right? So 5s are testing severity. This is Mars and Scorpio. So this is the Lord of loss and pleasure, right? So it maybe has something to do with a Virgo. I know Geminis and Virgos have been dealing with a lot. Gemini been dealing with Virgo a lot lately, or vice versa, right? So that's what this could mean, because these came out together. But anyways, this is the Lord of loss and pleasure. So now this is in reverse. So this person right here it's like disappointment, grief, sad. It's the Lord of loss and pleasure, like it's complete, you know, sorrow, right? So this person is so focused on the cups that have spilt over, if you can see that if they would just turn around and see these cups that still remain, right, then they would see that there's a pathway through these troubled waters. Well, now that this is in reverse, that's what you've done, okay? So now with this 5 of Cups reversed, now you're moving on. You're turning it around. There's hope here. You see a path over the troubled waters. And it has to do possibly with a Virgo, okay? So, or this is the Hermit, and that's Virgo energy, or it might not necessarily mean that it's with a Virgo. Take it as it resonates, guys. It could also just be the energy of that person or your energy. So what the Virgo does is he is the wisest of the zodiac, and he takes himself out of a situation to gain introspection, and he doesn't let anything, he won't let anything influence him on his decisions. That's why he's so wise, okay? He doesn't let any outer sources influence him on anything. He makes his own decisions, right? And then this wand that he has right here gives him the power, the vitality to move forward. Bless you, baby. Bless you. That's my cat. You okay, sweetheart? Tiny. Hey, you okay? What happened, baby? Hold on a second, guys. Okay, sorry guys, my cat started sneezing and she was crazy. She never sneezes, and the way she was sneezing was kind of, I don't know, but I had to help her real quick, so I apologize for that. But anyways, the wand gives him power, vitality to keep moving forward. And this lantern right here, it will not illuminate the whole entire outcome of his decisions, right? As long as he keeps on moving forward. So he's actually like, did I stop it or did I pause that? Oh, I think I paused it. Okay, but anyways, I'll conjoin the two videos. Sorry about that. Like I said, nothing is ever going to be perfect with me. I'm a Gemini, especially Mercury retrograde. You guys will see how bad I screw up. So, if fellow Geminis, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, this lantern right here is lit up to illuminate the next few steps, but not the whole entire, path or journey. Because he doesn't need to know that. He has faith in himself, trust in himself and God that it'll get him to where he needs to go. Okay, so that's why he's so wise. Okay. So the next card that came out, or like I said, you should be dealing with Virgo. So the next card is Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is basically like, like if you can see here, there's an angel, and she's got her foot in the water. That's the emotion. So that's cups, right? Cups, water. That's our emotions. So she's in touch with her emotions, and she's found a way to make things evenly flow. Okay, now Temperance to me can mean to a couple different things to other people. This is Sagittarius energy, but to me it's like finding a flow and a balance in something. Okay, keeping your temper in balance. Okay, not being too defensive or not fighting. You're right in the middle, right? So to me, this is like her taking the two complete polar opposites, like night and dark or black and white, and mixing together, making gray. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all about balance, guys. This whole world is about balance. We can't be too much of something. We can't be too little of something. Like, you can't be all, you can't be all extremities or not at all. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to find that middle path, that middle ground. So this is Sagittarius energy. So this is Sagittarius' card, and it is Temperance. Give me just a moment here. So I just want to see something quick. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it is number 14 on the in the major arcana. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5s are testing. So you were going through, clearly going through a lot of testing or conflict, or like you were going through, a pretty hard time for a while, Gemini. But it's starting to look like. See this Fool card right here? This is like a new journey, right? So you got clarity of something. So basically, you found an even flow, a balance. You kept your tempers. Instead of being too upset or maybe too sensitive or not enough, you found that balance, that equal, right? You learned how to you learned how to balance out the temper or the two extremities and conjoining them to make them flow, okay? So now the King of Swords in reverse. Now this is our energy guide, or our element, I mean. So the King is always a lot of attainment, success. The Swords are air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this mirrors the quality. This is like, if you think about it, it's like our thoughts or our behaviors, right? So airs, we're always in our heads. Gemini is about communication. So is Mercury. Mercury is intelligence and communication. So if you could think about the sword, think about a mirror. It mirrors the quality of our minds, right? So you might have been thinking about something in the past that was bothering you. Just because this is in reverse. So the thing about him is he's unveiling truths behind appearances, meaning that he sees. Okay, so the reason why he sees is because he's not looking to the left, not looking to the right, like all the other kings do. He's looking dead at us. Meaning he's not worried about what happened in the past, because that's depression. He's not worried about what's going to happen in the future, because that's anxiety, right? He sees because he's so focused on the here and now. And this being in reverse is telling me that you might have been focusing on the past, or maybe worried about the future, what's going to happen in the future. Who doesn't, right? We're human beings. It's in our nature to do that. But as always, guys, our minds will go to the most extremities and the worst case scenario, just because that's what our minds are geared to, because we're human. Okay, so try to stay out of worry about what's going to happen in the future. Just have trust in the process, like the Hermit does, right? He trusts that he doesn't need this light to illuminate the whole entire journey. Just as long as he has the next few steps to keep moving forward, he trusts in the process, the divine timing, right? So I know that's a big thing with us. We always hear that with Geminis, that wait for the divine timing. We're sick of waiting, but hey, we have to. It's God's plan. Like my whole life lesson is patience. And what more than that? You know, like I have to be patient, and that's how I'm going to find the patience. It's finding an even flow, the middle balance of things. Okay, not worried about the past, can't change it, cause depression. Not worried about the future, causes anxiety because we can't control the future. Okay, so staying focused on this here and now is what keeps our minds unclouded, and we can make better decisions, and we see clear, right? He sees, remember? So in reverse, it's like misuse of power or taking advantage. Also could be like manipulation, or it could be that you weren't focused on the here and now. You were too worried about what's going to happen or what did happen. And then here's the Lovers in reverse, which is so the Lovers in reverse basically is like our energy, but we're in reverse. So our whole thing is duality, and I think you guys know that. Like the man and the female, right? So there's an angel in between these two, of these two complete polar opposites, and that's what connects us, is this angel, right? So this is Gemini energy. This is number 6 in the major arcana, but it's in reverse, guys. So the Lovers in reverse is like self-love, or disharmony, imbalance. Like remember I said this is like the balance of these two, or like a misalignment of values, right? So you were throwing off something, you know, like something threw you off, like something that we were too focused on what happened or what's going to happen that it threw off our balance, right? It took us out of our energy. But then here's the change and transformation of it all, right? The Death card happened, this happened, Scorpio energy. So this card, everybody looks at it like, oh my God. Like, no, it means change and transformation. One door has to close for something to open. So, you know, sometimes things have to end so that something can begin, okay? And when it does begin, when there's a new start in something, and that's exactly what's happening here, it's better because something you know, like just like the tower, like the foundation the building has to come down because the foundation that was built on was so weak it couldn't hold the building, right? So it was built on unstable foundations. You have to rebuild it, right? So that's what this means, that something had to be, you know, like this fight, whatever this was right here, it had to come to an end. It had to, because for something to start all over and start new, this had to end, right? Because this is how bad it got, right? So then now you see the path over the troubled waters. It could have been with a Virgo, but it also is meaning to trust in the process, in the divine timing, right? Find that even flow, you know, stay out, don't worry about what's going to happen in the future or worry about what happened in the past, because it throws us off our balance and our energy of who we are, right? A misalignment could be love. It could have been love because it's a misalignment in something, you know, it threw off a balance, and then it ended. This is over. But right here, it just as though it even ended. Right here is the sun, right? There's in the dark, in the night, there's always a brand new day, right? Because this is the Ace of Swords, and this is new clarity, a truth, right? There's a truth here. So the aces on the top of the tree of life are of God. They're not tainted, and the swords are, you know, our thought process or our minds, right? So this is clarity. This is truth. See the crown right there? Absolute truth. And right here, God's hand is holding our sword. Like there's some kind of clarity that came in. There's some kind of something that we were not sure of before has now made complete sense. Now it makes sense. There's clarity, truth. And now the Fool card. So the Fool card is the first of the major arcana. This is a new beginning, right? This is a person who's ready to start a new journey without a care in the world, right? Without all this. So you learned something along this way, that we need to let go of control. You know, something had to end so that something could begin. We needed to trust in divine timing, right? Things have to happen. You know, maybe you were ready and they weren't, and they had to go through something. They had a lesson to learn, and maybe they learned that lesson, and then now because of that, it's able to, you know, start a new journey. Or maybe you did, but there was something here that needed to end. Something needed to come to an end, so that something can begin. So something can start all over. And that's what this Ace of Swords is. There's clarity, right? And then here's the Fool card. Like I said, it's basically a brand new start of something. So the Fool, it's like a beginning of innocent, spontaneous, free spirit, a new journey, not tainted, okay? None of this is going to be brought into this energy anymore. So there's the sun. It's giving, you know, he's got his knapsack. He's ready to go on this journey. And the sun is giving him the energy and the power, the vitality. The dog is right here, so spirit is with us always. And there's a flower there. So that's what it's showing, the purity of this. That it's innocent. It's an innocence. And the Knight of Pentacles came out in reverse. So this is also Virgo energy. So this is like this is like not movement. Okay, so horses are movement, right? But this is in reverse. So this is kind of telling me that maybe something is not moving right now. You know, like maybe there's a hold, or something's put on hold a little bit. This is Virgo energy. It's in reverse. This is the land of wild and fertile land. So this is like self-discipline, boredom. Could be bored. They could be bored. Like I said, energy is fluid. Feeling stuck, maybe, or even perfectionism. So like with us, we always want to be perfect. We can't be. Look at this. Is the next card that came. That's also Virgo energy. That's the next card on the deck on the bottom. So this is seeking solutions. This is mastery or perfection or something that's in reverse. Like we're never going to be perfect, you guys. Never, never, never. But we try to be, because it's in our human nature to want to be perfect. Well, whose perception, what definition is perfect? You know, my perfect might be different from your perfect, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So we cannot live in that self-limiting belief. That's a self-limiting belief. Because perfectionism will drive us more crazier than anything in this world trying to get there. You know, it'll drive you crazy. So if that's what it is, stop that, guys. We're never going to be perfect. So let's see if there are messages that they have for Gemini. Thanks for visiting. Ooh, Six of Swords. Nice. Okay, so sixes on the tree of life are right in the middle. So if you think about it, it's our soul and our spirit. And so it's very beautiful, right? And the six in the middle of a tree is in the middle of the tree, right? So that's what's in our middle, our souls and our spirits. So it's very beautiful. It's right after the 5, right? So we are basically went from the 5 to the 6, and this is moving to calmer waters. See that? See that rough water there? So now she's moving to calmer waters. I think Spirit guys, I'm just grateful. Plus 6 is June. If you are a Gemini, June Gemini. I really don't know that many June Geminis. I mean, only twice May. So I don't know. Am I the only June Gemini? No, I'm just kidding. That's probably why I'm so like, ugh. But so the thing about Geminis too is duality, right? So we understand the light and the dark. Without one, there wouldn't be the other, right? Wow. So the Hermit came in reverse on the ground, and that was the only card that was up. So I'm only going to take the card that was up. However, the Emperor in reverse, the 8 of Swands in reverse, the Ace of Swords again, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, and then the 4 of Pentacles. So thank you, Spirit, guys, angels. I'm sure when they fall on the ground, I only pick the ones that are upright. So just FYI, if they're meant to come out again, guys, they will. Trust me, they do. So here we go. Okay, what did I say? So here's the 2 of Cups in reverse. Geesh, what's going on here? And the 8 of Cups in reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse. All these in the reverse. And the Devil in reverse too. Okay, so we're just going to take these. Okay, so the 6 of Swords in reverse. Or no, 6 of Swords on reverse, I was going to say. Because there's so many reversals here, guys. Jeez. I'm going to flip that energy around. So the 6 of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius right here. So it's the Lord of earned success. So it's like a transition, a change. Moving to calmer waters. Getting away for safety. Or not looking back. Okay, moving forward and not looking back, right? So then here's the Hermit in reverse. And this Hermit's right here, upright. Now he's in reverse right here, which I don't understand why. So the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy, guys. He could be not in his energy. So this is Virgo and Mercury. So this is in reverse. It's like loneliness, okay, sadness, withdrawing from loved ones, looking at something through clouded lenses, right? So that could have happened with you or them, like I said, or both of you, because the 2 of Cups here is in reverse. So this is twos of the tree of life are like partnerships or balance, right? So 2 off of balance. So this is Venus in Cancer. So this is the Lord of Love. And reverse, this is like an unhealthy relationship that is consuming you. Maybe a disharmony, or you guys took a break. Like I said, something had to end so that something can begin, right? So then here's the 8 of Cups. This is like walking away. This is seeking solutions, but it's in reverse. So maybe you didn't walk away, or they did walk away. Maybe they're coming back because there's a new start here. I can ask too. But this is the Lord of abandoned success. This is Saturn in Pisces. So this would be like trying one more time. Okay, so you guys might be trying this one more time. whatever this is, whoever this is with, there's going to be another chance at this. Okay, so that's why I'm taking at this too, because this is not walking away, right? Or maybe an indecision. There might be an indecision right here, and that's why it keeps flip-flopping, because like I said, we all have free will. So if you're not sure of something, the reading is going to be like this until we make a decision, right? So here's the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. So pages are like the immature version of the Queen. Doesn't mean that we're immature, but the Page of Cups, this is water energy. This is moderation, opening up emotionally. So in order to turn this all around, you need to open up emotionally if you would not. So that means that somebody here is not, or both, either one of you or both of you are not expressing how you truly feel about each other. Okay, so you're doubting your intuition, creative blocks, there could be immaturity, but this to me is telling me that you're not opening up emotionally, right? You have to open up emotionally. You have to be vulnerable, you guys. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You have to let that person know how they feel. It's like if you sit there and think about like two people that keep looking at it, like want to say something to each other, but they don't, and then they like, okay, perfect example. When no decision is the same as making a decision, meaning that like if you don't put forth everything and make a decision about something or tell somebody how you feel, and they don't either, you're gonna miss out. Your chance or your opportunity is gonna be gone, right? If you're waiting for them, maybe. So here's the thing: if you're waiting for them to text you and they're waiting for you to text them, is anybody ever gonna get a text? Never, right? So if you're waiting for them to open up emotionally, but you're not opening up emotionally, you know, it's contradiction at its finest. You can't expect them. That's why this is upside down. That's contradiction at its finest. You cannot expect them to do something that you're not doing. You know, you have to do what you want to do. Being vulnerable is courage. It's taking that risk, right? And I know that's easier said than done, because I swear to God, I could eat my words. This is so easy to do, but implied in my own life is something different, right? So if you have somebody that you really care about and you're not opening up emotionally, you can't expect them to open up emotionally either, okay? So either we live our life or we don't, right? So the Death card in reverse, or the Devil, the Death card, the Devil in reverse. So this is Capricorn energy. So this is 13. Oh yeah. So any time that there is a major arcana card that is in reverse, it's a lesson that we are supposed to be learning. And guess what lesson that is, guys? This is 13. So 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Guess what 4 is? This is the Emperor. So that's a lesson we're going through. So the Devil in reverse, this is resistant to change, inner purging, delays to endings, depression, not an end. Okay? So like I said, this is a resistance to change, meaning that we need to show our emotions or we need to express something, right? So this is a lesson we're learning right now. This is the Emperor. This is the Father card of the major arcana, right? So the Emperor, he's a leader. He's a disciplined. He makes the rules and people listen to him, right? But as he sits here, just like our fathers, you know, or, you know, any male figure, I guess you could say, he sits here with all these clothes on and people wonder, like, what's underneath these clothes? And he said, well, I have armor on underneath these clothes. They're like, why would you have armor underneath your clothes? Like, that's kind of weird, isn't it? And he said, well, that's to protect me from my biggest threat. What's your biggest threat? Vulnerability. So he's not afraid of war. He's not afraid of anything else. He's not afraid of anybody, like enemies. He's not afraid of war. He's not afraid of dying. He's not afraid of anything. The only thing that is his biggest threat is vulnerability, because if he opens up emotionally, that will basically, he will die, right? No, that leaves him susceptible to hurting him, and then that's going to destroy him, right? So that's what we're taught, to be tough, you know, to not let anybody in. But we can't do that. We're human beings. If we armor up and we do not open up emotionally or being vulnerable with things, then we're not being our true authentic selves. We're not all in, and nothing will ever work. If we're not all in on something, you can't expect it to work. That's cutting corners. That's half-assed. We can't do that, right? You have to be all in all aspects, and that's including showing our emotions and being vulnerable, right? That is courageous. That's taking a risk. Everything that we were taught as we were younger or growing up, we need to unlearn. Yes, we armored up when we were children, right? That was to protect us, but we're adults now. We don't need to have this armor on anymore because we can protect ourselves. Okay, we know how to get through situations. We know how to overcome situations. If you open up emotionally and they don't feel the same way, yeah, it'll hurt for a little bit, but then you can move on, right? What's the worst that can happen? If they don't feel the same way about you, then hey, okay, but I'm so glad. Walk away and start something new with somebody else that wants something that you want. But until you do that, you're never gonna know, and you're gonna be stuck. You see what I'm saying? And we can't do that. We have to be vulnerable. Our vulnerability is the part of our spirit and our souls. It creates. It's imagination. It's passion. It's like it's everything. If we don't have that, if we when we armor up and we try to stop that from happening, right, from being vulnerable so that bad things don't happen to us, right, then we're also going to be blocking out the good. Because when we have this armor on, it doesn't just block out that aspect of us, it blocks out our whole who we are authentically, and like how we really feel. That's the truth, and that's who we are, right? If they don't feel that way, so be it. But until you actually express that, you're never going to know. And is it not knowing worse than knowing? I think it is. So it's rejection maybe, or abandonment that we're afraid of. But maybe that's what they're afraid of too, and that's why you're not going anywhere in this situation. That's why there's fighting. People are not understanding each other. Maybe if they knew how you felt or what was going on, then maybe there would have been different decisions. Do you see what I'm saying? And until that actually happens and they know how you feel, and they tell you how they feel, you're never going to know. And then people are not going to be able to make the right decisions. Okay? So that is your reading, Geminis. Please like, share, subscribe, and invite your friends and everything else. I love doing what I do, so please help me keep doing this. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.